The Egg Boys. You can join off me. Oh, it's Cursed Hollow.
God,
They changed.
you trolled everyone. You lied to us.
Well, the lobby we were in was Blackheart's, and then they remade the lobby, and now it's cursed.
Okay. Just ruining everything. Getting my hopes up. Getting me excited for Blackheart's Bay. And then crushing the dreams of every single person here. Just Zoya things.
Sorry, not intentional. They did it to me, man. I saw Blackheart's Bay. Then they remade Cursed Hollow again. Which, I'm surprised. Maybe it's more of like an ego thing from like Glorious. Like, you know what, you just beat us on Curse. We're not going to let that happen again. Well, you've beaten us Curse twice. We're going to prove that we can beat you on this map. I was expecting Dragonshire. Or even, because no one lets people play on Blackhearts. That's just... We never see Blackhearts or Mines in competitive play anymore. But I'm surprised to see us go back to Curse.
Yeah,
I wonder why.
Salty runbacks. This means that if... Basically, the way the rules work, if you...
I like that, salty runback.
It's a salty runback. If you lose on a map, you're allowed to bring someone back to that map. So, since it's the map choice of the losing team, they can say, no, we're going back to Cursed Hollow. And the other side of things, since... if say, map 1, which was won by Glorious, if for whatever reason this was a best of 5, and Glorious has already won on Dragonshire, and on game 4 they want to go to Dragonshire again, they're not allowed to unless the other team says, yes, you can go ahead. So it comes from the fighting game community, it comes from Smash community specifically. It's a bit of a different kind of rule set, but it works out really well. And we have an immediate ban on Stitches, so we're going to switch over...
I mean, I don't blame them. Like, not even just like out of respect, out of like that comp was just disgusting.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You cannot let that happen again, especially on this map. Quick update for you guys though: Barrel Boys ended up going over Team Heroes type. So in the round of 4, we have Barrel Boys going up against SMG right now over on Jester's stream.
And hopefully, XSplit doesn't crash because it's...
Jake, what have you done?
It's not happier with me right now. It's really not happy. Oh, we're alive. We're alive.
Okay, I almost regretted bringing up the bracket because it almost killed things.
Almost killed things. This is going to be Barrel Boys. And then you said Barrel Boys went over Heroes Hype to fight SMG. So that's going to be Barrel Boys. So that's the other semifinal. Did you say there's an update on 2-Arc or no?
Not yet. I mean, not been updated on the bracket at least.
Okay. Well,
2-Arc versus... Oh, Vortex just beat 2-Arc. So we have 3 of our top 4 who have qualified for the major.
Wow.
It is going to be Symbiote Gaming, Barrel Boys, and Cloud9 Vortex. The winner of this final game makes it into the major and into the final spot for the round of 4. We do see the follow-up ban on Zeratul. So my thought process on this is that since Stitches is banned, they don't want to do the whole, Vala Stitches Zeratul combo. So instead of just giving up Zeratul, they're going to just, and let Glorious take it, they're just going to take him out of the game completely. Because he is powerful on this map because, of the being able to steal the bosses and stuff. And he's, he's Zeratul.
Yeah, well, that combo...
This is the exact same draft from game 1, by the way.
Is it? Wow, you're right. So Nazeebo first pick by Glorious.
I think we saw Vala Falstad.
No, Nazeebo was on Clairvoyant. Game 1, I believe.
You are right. So I am wrong.
You're wrong.
I admit.
You're the worst.
I have failed.
Worst. Absolute worst. See, Kubi writes everything down, so Kubi's never wrong.
Kubi.
He writes down the drafts on a piece of paper every single day. Kubi's like on top of shit. I swore. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Get out.
I'm sorry.
Apologize for playing that voice.
Well, we're waiting here for the draft. It's going to be Tychus Vala. A lot of power
Will
in that.
we see Arthas Falstad or Arthas Kerrigan?
I'd be shocked if we don't see Arthas Kerrigan, even on Cursed Hollow.
I wonder if they're going to pick
Arthas Falstad.
There it is. So that leaves Tastar open for.
Actually, no. I retract what I said, though. If they gave Falstad, Tychus, Vala, Falstad, if you actually give that to one team, you pretty much lose.
That's a good point.
It's so strong.
That's a good point. So that leaves Tassadar of the Big Six.
Yeah, Tass will be picked up. There's pretty much zero chance he won't be. And Kerrigan is still a very likely pick here. for Glorious, even though they've already got a lot of deeps.
Do you think we'll see Tassadar Kerrigan? Or do you think we'll see like Tassadar, maybe Brightwing to help
Brightwing Kerrigan.
You think Clairvoyant's going to take Brightwing Kerrigan?
If they do, it's a really big deny play.
I feel like they put a lot of value into Tassadar because they do ban him a lot.
But does it mean they play them? I don't know.
I don't know.
They always ban him. I don't know if they play him.
That's a good point. I don't know, man. We'll have to see. Well, so they already have the Vala. Yeah, I think it's going to be Kerrigan, Brightwing, like you said. Ooh, Brightwing Muradin. So that leaves Kerrigan and Tassadar open for Glorious, giving them a Muradin final pick. Wait, no, this is the last pick.
Brightwing Muradin is a direct Nazebo counterplay. They don't want to give that up. They're taking Muradin for the front line. They're taking Brightwing. Those are the two biggest heroes that synergize the best, as far as a lot of people are concerned, with Nazebo, because you get Emerald Wind and you get the big lockdown from Muradin. Muradin can just pretty much be a bodyguard if needed, or you dwarf toss onto the target that you Ravenous Spirit, and that target is actually just going to have a terrible time. So I really enjoyed that play because it's a really nice counter pickup. But they're giving up Kerrigan to Glaurung.
It's a tough call, though.
It is. Because
there are 3 big hitters up available right now for Glorious to pick, and they can pick 2. You got Tassadar, Uther, and Kerrigan. I mean, you have to go with Uther as one of them, because you need a support.
Yeah, they're not going to get
That comes down between choosing Tassadar and Kerrigan. With the Brightwing and the Muradin, Kerrigan can be a pretty scary choice.
Yeah, you're right.
So they might have to go with the Tassadar. This is a really tough decision for Glorious to make right now.
It is. There's no clear choice. I agree with you. Uther makes the most sense by a long shot.
You have to go with Uther.
You know,
you can't
it's the way the meta has shifted. We never see Rhaegar right now. He's such an uncommon pick. It's not that he's gotten any worse. It's that just the way the compositions work, and the fact that he does not have a stun makes him such a less common picked hero. And so Malfurion is viable, but Uther is going to be the better pick, and Uther Chen.
What?
So it's going to be Glaurung playing Chen. So this is mega tank mode here.
This is mega tank mode. This is true. This is a really good, I guess, protect the Nazebo comp.
Yeah.
And then Abathur pick again coming out from Team Clairvoyant, or from Clairvoyant Gaming. This is an interesting game. So we had a game where neither Kerrigan nor Tassadar were picked or banned.
Yeah. It's not that weird, but
Tassadar, I think, is weird, slipping through. Kerrigan is still kind of like a Glorious SMV only thing, but
Tassadar is not as impactful as he used to be in terms of damage. It's just more like he's such a safe pick because he's so hard to kill. If this was the last patch, I'd be more surprised. In this patch, Mike City.
Someone tweeted at me a way to fix it,
yeah,
and I'm going to do it, like, because apparently heroes automatically set your noise gate to 100% whenever you load in the game. It's something built into heroes that's doing it, not my computer being
okay.
silly.
Interesting. Well, you'll fix that for next time. Yeah. But for now, let's introduce our teams.
Okay, yeah, and the Blue Trunks here. Series currently tied 1-1. We have Glorious Gaming here. Chen, played by Glaurung, Falstad, played by Funluck, ZP on Arthas, Uther with Nirak, and Nazebo, played by Syracuse. And, see, I did it left to right, like you said, man.
Yeah, you're a boss. You learn so quick. You're like the easiest dog to train ever. I kid. I kid. Echo is going to be playing Brightwing. Abathur will be played by Spanker. Mr. Tychus is Clown City. And Atlanta on Muradin. Last but not least, it's
Clown City. Clown City.
Clown City, boys. Caterpillar will be played by Volstad. Riding the horse today. He's opting for the horse. He likes his pony time. Very uncommon mount to see in competitive play, as everyone likes to show off their flair. But he's saying, look, I'm a modest guy. I'm a modest clown. You know, I grew up in the circus, and I like horses.
Well, let's see here. Glaurung in the top lane versus the Muradin. That's just going to be like we talked about before. Pretty stale lane. Not much should go there. With the triple lane versus the duo lane here with Abathur pushing mid lane against this Falstad here.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, he's not going to be able to stop this push, so I like the call there.
Yeah.
The Locust will help Vala so much in that push, but the bottom, yeah, he's needed in the bottom lane with Nazeebo. Just Nazeebo alone can push so hard with the Wall of the Dead.
I'm curious. I don't think either lane has much, like either team in the bottom lane has much kill potential here. Even with like Arthas Root and Uther Stun, even with Envenom, it's like you'd have to only catch out Brightwing, and even then Brightwing's so hard to kill. I don't see any early kills happening for either team right now.
The only scenario I can possibly see is maybe an Abathur hat on Vala if Falstad overextends, but that's so unlikely.
Yeah, I agree. Both teams are going to have to play pretty passively here. Maybe if like Syracuse randomly went in Venom at 4, but you gotta go Gathering Power. So yeah, it's just going to be like just waiting, soaking as much experience as possible. Taking a look at the bribes, both teams did end up taking it, with Brightwing and Falstad grabbing those talents.
Yep, each have one stack at this point in time in the game, and the talents looking pretty standard. Again, no promote coming out of the Abathur, going for that spike damage. And Vala going again with the Rancor instead of the increased range on the multi-shot. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a multi-shot build, just opting for Rancor at level 1. Still could be multi-shot in the end, though.
Yeah, it's a tough call. It really just comes down to personal play style, to be honest.
Of course. Vala is so flexible. She's probably the most flexible character in game right now. There's so many different ways you can play her, and I mean, Caterpillar plays are different than most Valas, and it's working. It's definitely working. Well, we see Nirak attempting to grab this, but the Arcane Flare is going to be enough to stop him. The Howling Blast goes down on Echo, but the Abathur hat just, completely makes Brightwing actually not take damage with a Self-Pulse. But
the sun goes down, the shield helping as well. Abathur hat's trying, good grenade there from Tychus. Root does end up missing from ZP, and Echo still able to delay here, delaying for days, and I think Coffin missed. Oh, no, he didn't miss a single minion mid lane. He got all 6 of those, so didn't even lose any experience coming down here. Vala's coming down for a little bit of poke here. This tribute is not going to be capped anytime soon. Yeah. This Brightwing Abathur combo is just so annoying.
I love this. As soon as he sees them back off, he's going to use his Hearth to go back, heal up, get full mana. He'll get mana so quickly, he's just going to phase shift almost instantaneously, and here he is back.
Plenty of mana here. We do have Coffin Luck here pushing this lane, and because Spanker rotated up to the mid lane, he doesn't even have to do Symbiote to get this experience. He's just body is in lane because Coffin pushed the wave so he can come back down. This is such smart play from Clairvoyant Gaming. Caterpillar being called a little bit opposition, he'll be fine, but Clairvoyant Gaming is soaking their experience and delaying for so long. They ended up getting the tribute.
Yeah, they got the tribute. They stalled long enough. Levels are pretty much dead even here, and nicely done. I mean, Abathur is going to pay off if they can continue to stall like that, because without the Kerrigan and like that crazy aggressive play, they don't really have that kind of scary kill potential that they had with Kerrigan. Now, if Chen is going to get more damagey as the game goes on, he can be kind of like Kerrigan in that regard, but not to the same extent ever without Venom.
I agree. It's not near as powerful. Coffin Luck going to go ahead and take those Giants there. They're going to help push for top lane. Glaurung and Atlanta having the time of their life up here, man. They are just oodles and oodles of fun for these two guys. Next tribute should be spawning soon. Uther and Arthas did end up taking that Night Camp. Going to push mid lane, giving them an advantage. And the next tribute does spawn in the bottom side. So that means the third tribute will be on the top end, finally giving Atlanta and Glaurung a chance to fight.
Yeah, once that finally happens, but until then, they're just going to continue smacking at each other, doing absolutely nothing. Actually, Chen is opting, Glaurung is opting to come down to this. As he does have the Giants pushing that lane, he says, screw it, I'm going to make my way down to this tribute, see if we can get one for our team. But does it matter? Nirak's going to have it already before he even gets down there.
I can kind of see why Glaurung would come down. They're going to be 10 soon. They're probably just doing it for the boss then, I don't know. But if they can, with level 10, I kind of feel like Glorious has the better team fight, so maybe they just want to try to snowball the next two tributes in their favor. But we do see Echo and Abathur do end up scouting as Caterpillar is coming down, and they have level 10 guys. This is so playful or dangerous for Glorious. Echo getting a lot of damage on him. Glaurung is in polymorph. Did not have Panda Pals up because he's not level 10 yet. Nirek and Cauliflower Muck have to back out of here, and
that's the kind of Rain of Vengeance you need. You see that he got pushed out by the Emerald Wind, and he just timed that Rain of Vengeance. He was stunned for the entire duration of that, and that was really, really well done. Nirak is going to fall here as well. So they're picking up 2 kills and stealing the boss, which most of the work was done by Glorious. A huge play by Clairvoyant.
I don't know why Glorious thought they could do that. That was just way too greedy not having level 10 for that. And that was beautifully executed, like you said. So big push here coming out from Clairvoyant. They've got the first fort of the game. This boss is still half health. And they're going to give up a tribute for it, but they're getting keep towers, which is 650 each. That is a lot of experience gain they're getting. They're already up a full level, and now they're just making that even further.
I mean, yeah, there's nothing else to say. They have a big level advantage, but they have heroics down at this point in time. Let's just pull up the timers here, as I forgot. Never mind, they're all up. Shockanaut goes down. We see multiple heroics on for each time. Right, look at this Emerald Wind coming out here, pushing everyone back, but Echo is getting very low. Likely going to be falling here to the Panda Pals.
DPS barely getting out of there alive. Panda Pals do end up securing that kill. Glaurung's coming out of this, though, very low in HP. At the same time, Abathur was able to secure that tribute. So now it's a 2-1 advantage for Clairvoyant Gaming. They are being chased down. Caterpillar trying to get out of there. Atlanta does get looted by that kick. The Abathur hat trap, and Zombie Wall just barely misses that, and he will be able to get out of there. A 2-for-0 trade in favor of Glorious that helped even up the experience by a little bit, but Clairvoyant Game is 1 tribute away from a curse, Jake.
It's really big. I mean, they've caught up in levels with those few kills. It's 2-2 kills at this point in the game, so the kills are even. Levels pretty darn even. They're going to be 13 first for Clairvoyant here, and if they hit 13 before this tribute, which they will, they're going to have a pretty nice advantage going into this. But are they giving it up?
It looks like they're willing to give it up for this night.
They're making their way there, but
ZP, they should be able to delay ZP, yeah, and Atlanta does come in. Oh, actually, body blocking Atlanta trying to make the Stormward, and they get it. Wow, nice job there. Glaurung dives into Echo. Atlanta is in a surrounded spot, but Glaurung might actually end up going down here. I don't think he has Panda Pals up just yet.
He does not. He does not.
He does go down. Ooh, I don't know if that. I mean, you got the tribute, which is definitely worth it. And Glaurung will be up for the next curse. It depends on how much damage they do with this push top lane. If they can save the fort, then Glaurung dying was probably an okay trade. If they lose the fort, I don't know.
This also opens the door for the boss, though. I mean, without Glaurung there, it's 5v4, and this is a pretty nice moment, and they're going for it. They want it. We actually see Echo opting to phase shift from here to here. Very interesting indeed. But this boss is going to go uncontested.
Yeah, this is... Clairvoyant Gaming is just taking full map control of this game right now. And last time we saw a curse happen for Glorious, they got the first curse, which they still have a chance to get it this game, obviously. But with that Abathur defense, they're able to deny a lot of the pressure here. Now, Cauliflower does end up stealing those Giants. He's actually hearthing right now, which, I mean, he has to do that, but his fly is down. He flew into those Giants, so Glorious has to delay for this tribute before Cawthon can get there. And that's kind of scary. I don't know if they'll be able to do it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tense moment here. This is crucial for both teams. Now they did hit 13, so the talents are there. We can look at them really quick before we start. Double relentless, double sprint, and rewind on the side of Glorious. Now that top fort fell to the boss, but they've got to be very cautious here in the bottom lane as the boss continues to push in the top lane.
And the boss is less than half health, so Glorious doesn't need to back for this, but they need to force a fight soon. Here comes Nirek going in, binds up hitting 2 people, good shocking off. Echo gets the Emerald one up, but he does end up playing. Nirek cleaning himself up. Glaurung goes for the split here. Clown doing a lot of damage in this Odin. Spanker on the backline doing damage to Glaurung. Cawthon is pounding away at Atlanta, trying to burst him down. ZPS is out of ghouls right now. He's trying to heal himself out. There goes the Odin. It is falling out. Glaurung is going for the chase onto Atlanta. Ravenous Spirit doing a lot of damage right now. Will it be able to secure a kill? They do end up getting 2 kills. The push in the top lane has been stopped. If Syracuse dies to Spanker, though that would be so bad for Glorious. He does end up falling. Kothemuk going to fall as well. A 2-for-2 trade right now, and the curse might be attained by Caterpillar. Arthas and Nurek are coming down. They have so much damage here. Chen not able to continue in this fight, and with Abathur being able to symbiote, I don't know if Glorious can win this tribute.
You know, what a weird fight that was. They were kind of split everywhere, and just having that Abathur clone as Tychus in the back line, just kind of going to town on them. That's really the name of the game, which ended up helping them win that team fight, because even though the Ravenous Spirit did a lot of work, the second that the Odin was popped, he walked up to Nazeebo and just unloaded on her. And it did a lot of work, and it helped them get that fight to be relatively even, and it secures the curse for them.
This curse, we'll have to see how much damage it can do now. Keep walls are down in the bottom lane. They are starting to get damage in the top lane. As long as Glorious doesn't lose any keeps here, they should be fine. Now, Syracuse is just getting annihilated, though. Good Rain of Vengeance there from Caterpillar. And now 35 seconds until Nazeebo is up. They're going to be able to get this middle fort here. I don't think they can get any keeps, though.
Yeah, that looked painful, that Rain of Vengeance there. Just getting blown up at the very end of it, and nicely done by them. Now, level 16 has been achieved for Clairvoyant. This means they have that Locust push, so Abathur's threat of pushing is increased tenfold. They're pushing with the curse on top of it, so you're going to see that bottom lane wave just go right on in with those Locusts, and you'll see the Locust packs going down as well. Middle wall does fall, like you said. Very unlikely that a keep will fall in this curse.
And Glorious has one thing going for them. They have triple Resurgence versus a single Resurgence. So if they can somehow not lose too many keeps by the end game, they should have the advantage at that point, but that's still a tough thing to do. Rain of Vengeance is still down, I believe, but they're all clumped up. Glaurung takes a lot of damage, just a big Ravenous Spirit. Echo gets annihilated, good shotgun on the backline. Glaurung does not get Panda Pals off, he is going to end up falling. There is the Odin pop by Clown. He is taking a lot of damage from this Ravenous Spirit, though. It's almost completely out. ZP has to go in forward shirt here. He does not have any more ghouls up, so he is going to have to back off. A 1-for-1 trade. Spanker goes ahead and ults that Vala, allowing him to zone out and help his team secure that boss. And yeah, there's no way Glorious can deny the boss right now.
It's unlikely, but Nirak and Syracuse are pushing in here, and as long as that clone is up, it's not really something you want to do. Now, again, that's a Rain of Edges from the clone, not the real Rain, and it actually forces them back, so that's really nice. They just two of them showed they had to, believe that all four were there. So they opt to back up, and that's a nice small victory for Glorious there.
Level 16, level 17, they're eking towards that level 20 mark. Yeah, only Muradin can get Resurgence for Clairvoyant, but I don't even know if they take... Do you know if they take Resurgence on Muradin? I don't know what they do on their Muradin, because they don't take Resurgence on other tanks. Is improved Abbott? What's the other non-heroic upgrade you get on Muradin?
I mean,
is it Bolt? I don't think it's Bolt.
I play so little Muradin, I'm not going to try to pretend I know.
I don't know if the Avatar upgrade is worth it, so we might actually see Clairvoyant take Resurgence, guys, but I can't confidently say that with 100%, because they don't seem to like that talent too much.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, it seems like the obvious decision to us, but we will find out at level 20. Still a couple levels away for Clairvoyant.
Oh, here comes the sprint from Nirak, though. Will he get a big Divine Storm here? No, he ends up back up. And he forced 2 heroics.
That's huge.
Oh my
God,
that was huge.
So, I mean, 2 heroics down, Rain of Vengeance and Emerald Wind have been used. Neither cooldown are very long, but still, that's something that Glorious knows they have an advantage in going into this heroic. Now, the Abathur is actually there trying to cap it, but Glaurung is so close, and Spanker needs to back up. The grenade used to zone him out. Nicely done.
No Emerald Wind or Rain of Vengeance here. Odin is popped. Atlanta in there as well. There's the shotgun out. Only hits Echo. He is trying to kite back here. Glaurung is going straight in onto that Odin. Divine Storm goes down on Echo. Echo is going to fall. ZPS is at half HP. Tychus is out of the Odin now. Everyone on Glorious is still looking decently healthy here. ZPS is getting shielded. Nirak in the backline. Kothemuk looks like he might be able to secure that kill onto Atlanta. Caterpillar doing a lot of damage to ZP. Uther is not in range to hail. Oh, Syracuse has to run from the Tychus. Good zombie wall to keep him alive there. And teleport in. Does not end up happening, and oh, Caterpillar does secure the kill onto Arthas. Clown is in full kite mode. Good kick from Glaurung does secure that kill. Taking a look at the heroics, everything is down for Glorious. Emerald Wind is back up as well as Evolution Master. Kothemuk's going to fall. Glorious I don't think they're going to be able to secure this tribute now.
God, this fight has been... I don't know if I've really ever had to zone out and move the camera around so much, because that was just everywhere.
It was a big battlefield.
Oh, what a crazy fight. Very, very indecisive. Cthulhu really got a little bit too aggressive there with that chase. Even though it's his side of the map, he was so far away from his teammates, and he just kind of got blown up there. So it didn't work out for them. Now, and Abathur has been pushing this bottom lane with these Giants. This keep is out of ammo. It's got about 10% health left, sitting at just under 2k health, and it's going to be a boss here for Clairvoyant.
I say Glorious can lose one keep. They can lose just one keep, but in hit 20, they'll still be in an okay fighting chance. If they lose more than one, though,
is Abathur. Like it's
so hard.
It's easier said than done when there's an Abathur. Once Abathur hits 16 and you have that Locust Nest, the push just doesn't really stop.
All 4 members of Clairvoyant Gaming is going for that top lane, as Glorious is doing the boss, and the Mule Scout does prove that that's happening, so they know they can freely push into this keep. All of Glorious is hitting that back button now. It's only 3 members right now. They do have the bosses. Tychus is lagging behind. Will Glorious be able to save this keep?
Yeah, the boss is smashing on that well, and they're here to defend, so Clairvoyant will back up, but they do have to turn around and blow that boss up. If they leave it to smack away at their keep, they're going to lose the keep. And that's exactly what they're doing. So you predicted, as long as they only lose 1 keep, well, they're going to lose 2, but Echo getting super low immediately.
Echo get annihilated. There goes the Ravenous Spirit. It is doing a lot of damage there, but they look like they'll be able to get out there, and they lost the keep. What that does is, though, it gives them 50 seconds, and they have a curse. So they can counter-push with this. Nirek is the only one dead. Now, Clairvoyant Gaming is just about to hit 20. Core should not lose its shields here. Glorious really needs to take a fort or 2. They actually don't have a single fort yet. Wow.
Yeah,
they have no map presence.
Structurally, they've done nothing. Abathur has negated every single ounce of it. Even their boss was defended entirely by the Abathur, only got that fort down to half health, whereas the other golem took out a keep. So it's really, in terms of structurally sound, it's really quite bad for Glorious. 20 has been attained for Clairvoyant, and we can see they have 1 Resurge, Odin upgraded, continuous wins, the Evolution Master, and Bolt of the Storm on Vala.
With Glorious not being 20 yet, that is really scary for them.
This is like last game. It's a curse that's doing nothing.
Yeah. They didn't even soak experience. They just went from Merc Camp to Merc Camp. I really think they should have done a little bit of pushing and helped force that level 20. It makes such a huge difference. They'd have 3 Resurgences, Jake. 3 of them. We already saw how aggressive it made them in that Dragon Shard game when they had 2 Resurgences, but they would have had 3. They could have been so ham. They could have, even if you lose a team fight, you'd have to kill 8 heroes for you to be a complete wipe. And
Jared, I'm proud of you. That's the first time you've said ham today.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
I said I'm proud of you. You take it the way you want to take it.
Okay. Okay.
Well, this middle lane, as the Knights pushing down it here for Clairvoyant, the Giants will get cleaned up by Abathur, and they will actually get nothing done in the top lane here.
It just felt like another wasted curse. They did not get, all they did was get 2
Look at the
Merc
map.
camps.
It's red. It's very much red.
They should have pushed a lane and then gone Mercs later or something. Now here comes Clairvoyant Gaming from above, though. 18 minutes into the game, halfway to level 20 here. Nirek has to be careful. He could get storm bolted, and it does not end up being thrown by Atlanta. Oh, the BM, the back spam from Atlanta. Oh, man.
Back walking is the way to do it. The only thing more BM than back walking is when you pop Tranquility as Malfurion and you back walk while Tranquility at the end of the game. Oh, it feels delicious.
So it feels delicious. Abathur trying to push this bot lane, but Coffin Luck is delaying. Glorious is desperately trying to hold on here until level 20. And Clairvoyant Gaming wants to force the fight. They have this advantage right now. It's level 21 to level 19. Glorious is getting close, though. Coffin is being poked away at by this Abathur symbiote in the bottom lane. And the core, or the keep does end up pulling. That's 2 keeps down for Glorious right now. That's a huge disadvantage.
Yeah, and this middle keep is in fact the target of Clairvoyant. They're not going away anytime soon, but level 20 is just around the corner. That's what Glorious is waiting for. Once they hit 20, they're going to be ready for battle, and you see, as they see 20 is getting close, they back up. So what has taken triple Resurgence, Bolt of the Storm, and the upgrade in Ravenous Spirit, this is the point in the time where Glorious can take big team fights, and they have to do it. Not sure why they're not making their way to this tribute, because they need to contest it.
It's just so scary with the constant backdoor from 2 catapults and that Abathur push. Look at that Abathur push bot lane with those locusts. It's so terrifying now. It looks like Echo is going to be able to loot the tribute, but Glorious is charging in here. Atlanta in forward retreat. There is the speed boost from Brightwing onto Atlanta. He's going to be able to get out of here. Abathur does end up burrowing to the top lane as he was a bit exposed here, and Glorious, they just don't know where they want to go. They're trying to get a party bush going, trying to get a gank here, and they might go on to Echo.
So there's 15 seconds left on the boss in the top right side of the map. That's kind of the primary target, but we have an initiate in the middle of the map, and Echo's going to fall immediately. Shocking. Oh my goodness, Echo is still alive. What am I looking at? Does he live? Oh my god.
Clown gets it into the Odin, though. He is going to be very low popping out of that. Glaurung is still low as well. ZP is going to end up falling here. There's the split coming from Glaurung. Arthas is going to be up in a few seconds. Cottonlock kiting back here. The Zebo was almost interrupted immediately from Atlanta, and they're in full chase, but Arthas is charging back into the fight. There's the Rain of Vengeance, catching some of the Panda Pals. Not going to be able to kill those there. Here comes Arthas, though. They weren't ready for that. The root does go down. Nice vault there from Caterpillar, and he is backing out. At the same time, though, 4-5 catapults.
That grenade! That grenade saved... Oh, did not save his life as the bolt comes out from Cthulhu.
They do secure the kill. That is 5 seconds, though, because he is murdered. The 1 resurgence, that is the kill they did not really want. 4 catapults attempting the whale on the core. It is not doing too much damage. And Glorious, they're going for a boss right now. They have to be careful, though. The catapults are actually doing some damage.
Glaurung's positioning. He sees Clown, and he's like, ooh, no, he's going to die. Atlanta's going to fall. What? Yeah, okay. Yeah, he does not have Panda Pals available. The Avatar comes down, and that's going to be his death. Now, he does have Resurge, so it doesn't mean that much, but that's another curse already.
Glorious being really greedy going for this boss here. They took a lot of damage from these catapults. It's at 73%, and it's still going down right now to 67%. They are going back finally. It looked kind of like Clairvoyant Gaming wanted the back, but they decided to play it safe. Oh my god, 49%.
The whole boss play, the whole play to get the goal, and was such a play of desperation, and it just didn't work.
So greedy.
Glaurung's positioning was so very odd. He put himself in a spot where he could wait and watch to interrupt if he had to, but he saw a full health Tychus, and he said, I actually can't fight that. Yes, they do pick up a kill here on Vala, but again, like you said, their core is so low. They're about to lose another keep. Atlanta's actually just running in by himself, bare bones, to end this game, and here comes his team.
I mean, you said it was an act of desperation, but they needed an act of desperation to win this game. It just didn't work out for them. Glorious is going to end up losing this game as the core does end up hitting 0%. Yeah, I mean, that boss play, it felt pretty bad and desperate, but they didn't have very many other choices, I guess. They had to take greedy chances like that, and with Uther not being there, and with Cottonluck getting there late, it took them longer to take that boss than they originally wanted, and wow, Clairvoyant Gaming 2 days in a row causing some upsets. They are going to go on to the round of 4.
Qualifying,
securing the spot in the major over Glorious Gaming, and now they get to play against Cloud9 Vortex.
I mean, mark me convinced. You guys are taking names. Really good games out of you. You guys just defeated Glorious in a best of 3, which is not an easy feat to do. And they looked good. They had multiple compositions. We saw their incredible dominance with the Stitches, Vala, Zeratul play, just putting the fear of death into Glorious to the point where the draft was then played reactively around that, but they still managed to take game number 3 on a salty run back on Cursed Hollow.
Yeah, that's the thing I want to go back to the most. They originally went back to Blackheart's Bay. I wonder why they changed their mind to go to Cursed Hollow, because again, like I said, Glorious has the highest win rate on Blackheart's Bay in tournaments versus against any team. Their first wins versus SMG were on Blackheart's Bay. So it's... I don't know why they went back. I really don't.
Couldn't tell you, but didn't work out for them to go to Cursed Hollow, that's for sure. That's for sure. It was a great game. It was a very close game.
It was a good game. Very close game.
It's just the Abathur pressure it actually made a huge difference in that game, because no matter what was happening, they were getting pushed, and they were not getting pushed, in response, because the mule continuing to get full value. I don't know if they lost a single fort in that game. I don't think they did.
They didn't lose a single fort.
So that's a flawless victory, if you will, on Cursed Hollow. Even though the game looked pretty even.
Why did they go back, man? I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
they beat them on Dragon Shrine, right? They beat them on Dragon Shrine, and then they have a high win rate. What'd you call it? A salty run back? Is that what it's called?
Salty run back. Now you can't take them back to Dragonshire. They're not allowed to do that.
Oh, you can't take them back to.
Since they won, they can't bring them back. So Blackhearts makes sense to do that. But Cursed Hollow, since they lost, they did the salty run back, and they failed. Salty run back fails are the worst. It's got to leave a terrible taste in your mouth. Symbio is the team that's notorious for their salty run backs, but 9 times out of 10, they win them. But guys, that's going to do it for us for this game. We're going to be getting ready for the next one. We can actually pop on over to look at the bracket here as XSplit starts to lag City because there's too many layers. It's alive. It's alive.
City.
So we're going to be updating this to show that Clairvoyant has in fact advanced. And do we have any other updates? Do you know who won between Vortex and Tuark Iliad? Do we know our next match?
Yeah, Vortex.
Vortex won, okay.
Clairvoyant
so that will
Vortex.
be our C9 Vortex going over Tuark Iliad. So we'll be doing Clairvoyant versus Cloud9 Vortex.
I don't think I have anyone from either of those teams on my friends list, by the way.
Yeah, I think I should be able to do that. No problemo there. But on that note, guys, we're going to get ready. We're going to get some drinks, use the restroom, do all that good stuff, get the game ready to roll. And we'll be back in just a few minutes, so you stay with us. BRB.